So we're going to do an example here where we're using Pascal's triangle to expand, but the only other issue here now, instead of addition, you'll notice that we have subtraction right here. So we've got to be careful with how we actually work with the negative and odd and even exponents. So we know a few things here, a couple patterns. We know we should have 6 terms. It's a fifth power, so it's 6 terms. And then the fifth row of Pascal's triangle. These guys are my coefficients. Okay, 1, 5, 10, 10, and 1. I'll put commas in here just to separate them. Excuse me. And so now what we did in the problem prior to this was very similar. We had some numbers and some variables. We went ahead and said that, we're just going to do the expansion of, look at it as an a plus b, but a is really equal to x, and b is going to equal negative 4y. And so to speed up this process a little bit, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shrink the problem real quick. And instead of writing the A's and B's and just, putting it all together and creating more time than I need to, wasting more time than I need to, I'm still going to put the spaces for the expansion, for Pascal's triangle, for the coefficients. But I know A is x, and that's my first term, and I'm to the fifth power. And I'm also going to put in the negative 4y to the 0. And then I'm going to add that to whatever the next coefficient is, and it's going to be x to the fourth, negative 4y to the first, plus, right? We got our line here. That's the space for our Pascal's triangle, right? And then we're going to have x cubed and then a negative 4y squared. We're adding up to 5, which is good. And then I got my space for my coefficients, and then I got x squared, negative 4y cubed, plus space for the, right? And kind of keep on going here. And we'll finish this off. You can fast forward if you need to, if you kind of know what's going on. You want to kind of just fast forward through the rest of the video. That's perfectly fine. We got x to the first, negative 4y to the fourth, plus x to the 0, negative 4y to the fifth. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add in Pascal's triangle, which is 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. And now I need to simplify all of this stuff. So our terms that have the power to the 0 cancel out. And as I work through this, be careful. I'm going to have x to the fifth. This middle term is going to simplify. Now this guy is going to be negative because I have an odd exponent and a negative number. And I multiply the 5 and the negative 4. I'm going to get a negative 20 x to the fourth, y to the first. This guy is going to end up positive because we're dealing with an even power. And so just be careful with the algebra. At this point, it's purely algebra. Just focus on each one individually and put all the numbers together. And make sure you follow order of operations. I got to do the square first. So this should be 160x cubed y squared minus 640x squared y cubed plus 12. That does not look anything near 12. 1280 x to the first, y to the fourth, plus 1024 y to the fifth. And that is that term expanded. Okay, there's only one video, kind of quick, kind of a different idea that we're going to move to for the next 2 videos.